if you want to, dig into stuff and say, well, we lost because for some strange reason, all of our players didn't have their shoes.
What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. And man, oh man, did the Lakers get away with one. Yes, they live to fight another day. But this is the exact reason why the Denver Nuggets will destroy the Los Angeles Lakers this upcoming Monday for Game 5. But before I continue to even go into the details on the grimy ass Lakers and what they did, I'm gonna ask you guys to do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel for future content. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Back to the video. The Los Angeles Lakers are pulling tactics. It's war, right? In war, there has to be strategy, right? And I want you guys to pay attention to some of the key things that Michael Porter Jr. and his coach Mike Malone said. You know what I mean? And this is, of course, about the flip-flop situation. It's very ironic, right? And I'm gonna let you guys listen to this. It's very ironic, that on a must-win game for the Lakers, that the Denver Nuggets shoes, all of the players' shoes, basketball shoes, are delayed. They come in right before the game, right before tip-off, right? So I want you guys to pay attention to this.
Shots of people warming up their slides and stuff. I don't know. What all happened there, and how did you guys react to it?
Yeah, no, we definitely don't want to come off like we're taking anybody lightly, and I hope that wasn't, we just didn't have our shoes. Yeah, I didn't have my shoes to warm up in. I think the bus that the shoes got loaded onto was the last bus I think there was some confusion, so all I had was slides. So they said we'd either skip our warm up or go out there in slides. And I kind of knew then that people would probably make a big deal out of it, but it was just because somebody forgot to put the shoes on the right bus.
Now, do you guys sense that sarcasm in Michael Porter Jr.'s voice? He literally smirks and laughs because he gets it. He knows that somebody, most likely from the Lakers organization, right, snubbed them. You know what I mean? For some reason, you hear him say, for some reason, their bus was last with the shoes. One of the most important things you need to actually play basketball is your uniform and your shoes. And this has Lakers organization prints all over this. But you do what you got to do to win. Nobody's going to come out and say, yes, we did that. Yes, we snubbed the Denver Nuggets. But you have to understand that they're going to be seething behind this. Mike Malone is definitely seething behind this. He is definitely going to want to get even, though he's going to say the right things in the media. I'm going to go back and play just the beginning of this snippet when he's going to start to explain, the whole shoe situation. And look at the smirk. Look at the laugh on MPJ's face and how he kind of looks away towards the end. Just pay attention to his gesture, because all he's saying is, yeah, you guys got us, but you're coming to our home now. I want you guys to check this out.
Then the people would probably make a big deal out of it, but it was just because somebody forgot to put the shoes on the right bus.
So you guys see that, man? Like, you can't make this up, man. Like, it's the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? The intensity is going to be there. If a team sees a crack in your armor, they're going to go after it, even if it means getting in your head mentally, psychologically, because the Lakers are on their last leg, man. So they have to use all the tricks in the bag. This is not going to happen, and trust me, this isn't going to happen in Denver, Colorado. And I'm quite sure the Lakers won't even let this happen to them, because they're probably going to take precautions, probably pack extra shoes, probably have some of their shoes, already on board with them while they travel. So they're not going to have to worry about all that, and that's just what it was, man, in my opinion, and based off the gestures of, Michael Porter Jr. here, you guys can see exactly, what happened with the whole flip-flop situation. And it's funny how the Lakers are in their PR team, their media team is trying to say that this is why the Lakers had the comeback game or some type of disrespect. No, that's not it at all. You know what I mean? But before I even talk about the rest of this game, let's actually get into the snippet of, Coach Mike Malone talking about this, guys, because he's going to do the same thing that Michael Porter Jr. kind of did. And I love Coach Mike Malone, man, because he's a man that's serious about his business. He's not here for gestures, and you could tell he's quite black and white, and you could tell that this is why his team is so good, because he's just going to cut straight to the chase. You guys check it out.
So I guess the bus with the shoes is delayed and some people are in their slides and.
If you want to, dig into stuff and say, well, we lost because for some strange reason, all of our players didn't have their shoes.
See, for some strange reason. And you guys can see that Mike Malone is mad. Like, look at this guy's face. He's mad because he knows that they were snubbed. He knows that they didn't get a proper warm-up. What happens if you don't warm up with anything? I mean, it's just like you playing a sport and not stretching. I mean, it's the same thing essentially. And he knows that they got snubbed. He knows that for some odd reason, none of their players had their shoes. You guys have to think about that, man. And look at how he's keeping his composure. And just watch throughout this whole snippet, just, his point of execution, how he takes the blame, how he falls on the sword. He makes no excuses in comparison to Darvin Ham, who wants to lean on the refs, who wants to say that, the altitude or the breathing and, like all these excuses instead of being a stand-up coach. So let's listen to this fully.
For some strange reason, all of our players didn't have their shoes when they got here for their normal warm-ups. We had guys out there shooting around with flip-flops. Is that ideal? No. But I'm not an excuse guy, and I'm not going to point to the reason we got our butts kicked in the paint because shoes weren't here. I think that's a reach, personally. Is it ideal? No. And hopefully we can figure out and make sure that never happens again. But that's no excuses, no explanations. We didn't get the job done. And the good thing about this is we have a chance to go home and try to get back to playing our brand of basketball and an opportunity to close it out in front of our fans.
That's a coach. He fell on the sword. He said for some odd reason, hopefully we can figure out what went wrong. You know what I'm saying? And he's nodding his head at the end because he's like, we got a chance to go back home and play for our fans. Any Laker Nation bronzexual fans out there, you guys know exactly, that you know how it goes, man. You see this like, in the NFL when certain teams visit rivals, they may not have lights in the locker room. They may have like the Super Bowl, the 49ers got a raggedy practice field, the Chiefs got a decent practice field. It's all war tactics because they had to do what they had to do. And the Lakers were on their last leg. Now, two more key points in this game that led to this victory was one, LeBron James was being such a diva, crying, bouncing on the floor, throwing tantrums, yelling, making sure that the refs felt his presence because he still is going to hold weight with the refs just because of his greatness. And you could just see the frustration with this guy. He was so mad, man. It was ridiculous. This guy is jumping up and down, yelling at people, yelling at his own bench, mad at his coach, showing his coach up in front of the whole world. That goes to show you, man, like LeBron James, he doesn't value Darvin Ham like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Darvin Ham isn't a good coach, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Now, I hate that they will probably make him most likely the scapegoat. And, it's funny how D'Angelo Russell shows up for a game and you see him high-fiving and talking about him in the media afterwards. But when the media was scolding him and Laker Nation was scolding him, you didn't see a lot of these Anthony Davis's, Darvin Ham, LeBron James come to his defense and defend him. But only because he showed up to play with LeBron James, who was crying like a baby on the court, throwing tantrums. I was watching that and I was like, oh my goodness, like, I can't believe that at some point in my life I was a fan, because when he first came into the league, obviously you're going to root for a high school kid, and I was a fan of LeBron James, but just seeing how he turned out, towards the later part of his career, in the middle parts when he just started to crying like he was doing, oh my goodness, man, like, this was an officiating game. It was politics. They don't want this to be a complete sweep. You have to make the most money you can. Squeeze all of the revenue out of the revenue lemon to stretch for a game 5. But I'm telling you guys, I think that these Lakers might get the doors blown off them Monday. I see them losing drastically. I see Mike Malone lighting a fire under this team grilling their ass because of the adjustments. The one adjustment that I saw particularly, and this is the second point, that the Lakers made was LeBron James actually in year 21 towards a game of elimination playing off the ball as much as he could, staying in the corner and in the top of that right corner, and literally getting all those backdoor cuts. He was pulling the Aaron Gordon on Aaron Gordon, honestly, and that really helped this Lakers team pull through. It helped them a lot. So kudos to the Lakers. They got it done. LeBron James can start to kind of ease his mind on being swept. If they get a game 2, which I doubt, I severely doubt, especially after this. I think that LeBron James might feel good being eliminated from the playoffs in round 1. He doesn't want to get swept because he knows what it's going to do to his legacy, just like the whole NBA does. So what do? They make sure that, the Lakers get all the calls. They make sure that, LeBron James is satisfied. They make sure that it goes the Lakers' way. You know what I'm saying? And they were literally helping LeBron James, and he was bringing more attention by crying. Dude, you got the lead. Like, you're crying about things because you're so afraid of the Denver Nuggets storming back, Jamal Murray taking your heart. You're so mad about it. So you're frustrated with everyone. LeBron James just said the other day it's just basketball. But then gets on the court and cries because things aren't going his way. But it's just basketball, I thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be that mad. That's why I love Joker's body language. You know what I'm saying? I commend him on that. He keeps his cool, his composure. Like, he just goes. You know what I'm saying? He just forgets any type of thing that didn't go his way. You just see him just shrug it off and run down the court. But LeBron James, man, like, this, oh my goodness, like, it's just painful to watch, man. And once the Denver Nuggets get them out of here, 1, 2, 3 Cancun for LeBron James, and him and Jeannie Buss and the whole Lakers organization can go off into the offseason and figure out what's their next move and what's best for each parties. But yeah, man, I agree with Mike Malone. I admire this coach for not making any excuses and literally telling the reporters to stop reaching for stuff that you guys know was a war tactic or psychological games that the Lakers are playing. Stop reaching. Let's just talk basketball. Who cares if it's flip-flops? Most basketball players literally walk around in flip-flops, shoot around in flip-flops anyway. So let's not act like this is a big deal. What is a big deal is that he knows what's up. He knows what the Lakers done. He knows what the Lakers did. He's going to be a tough coach going into, preparation. And they're going to look at easily what I saw from my couch, the adjustment with LeBron James in the top corner. He's going to look at all of that, and he's going to make the right adjustments. And I fear LeBron James thought he was mad this game. I fear him having fits Monday night. Denver Nuggets, weigh in with your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Laker Nation, weigh in with your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Let me know how you guys truly feel. And drop your comments, man, on the whole flip-flop situation. I want to hear from everybody on that. Like always, thank you guys so much for the love and support. If you found any value in my videos, I ask you guys to do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel for future content. Like always, let me know how you charge the game. Peace.